So, Ginger,
Yeah?
you know how we wanted to start a podcast, but we were having trouble coming up with a topic?
Yeah?
Okay, so here's my pitch. The topic of the podcast is us trying to come up with the topic for the podcast.
What, like we pitch each other podcast ideas and that's the podcast?
Yeah, exactly. We could call it, What Should Our Podcast Be About?
Miles, that's really stupid. Let's do it.
What should this song be about? I'm trying to figure it out. What should this song be about? Could you perhaps help me out? I've had a moment of doubt. What should this song be about? Welcome to What Should Our Podcast Be About? The podcast where we try to figure out what this podcast that you're listening to right now should be about. I'm Miles Grover.
And I'm Ginger Barham.
And we have a special guest today. You want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Christine.
Like the car.
Like the car. Welcome, Christine. Our friend is staying with us, and she's joining us on this podcast.
She has no doubt brought us lots of amazing ideas.
Almost none, actually. I have never listened to this podcast before, and I'm not sure what it's about.
She doesn't even know what she's doing here.
Well, almost none is better than none, so...
I brought one.
Okay, well, Christine, as our guest, do you want to start with your
Sure.
idea or
Yeah.
ideas?
So, as you two know, I'm trying to sell my house right now, and I was recently inspired by the people who said I'm into a lot of weird stuff. So
Some potential buyers. said
They
that.
didn't say they were into weird stuff. They said that
I was into
were into
weird stuff. Yeah, because of the decor in my home, which, by the way, I took out like 99% of the weird stuff. So,
Yeah.
like, wow, they would have really been shocked.
They got a low bar.
But I was thinking, what if we did kind of like a radio play style podcast that is inspired by the home renovation shows, like While You Were Out, and we convince people that we're going to give them amazing home makeovers while they're out, and then they come back and it's just strictly weird stuff.
Yeah,
And you
like
get their reactions.
pentagrams and
I mean,
witchy stuff.
definitely some like Muppet fur walls.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
yeah.
So radio style, so would we do like the stompy feet, like the sound effects?
Sure. And you'll hear like the contractors working on stuff and talking about their inspirations. So you kind of have an idea of what the homeowners are coming back to.
Okay.
This is better than most of our ideas.
Well, so you're saying this is a fictional thing, not like we're going to somebody's house,
Well, I mean,
or either which one? Like,
It'd be
it
way more
seems
fun.
easier to make it fictional, but sure, let's make it real. Let's
It'd
do
be
a
way
real
more fun
thing.
if we actually did it.
right? I mean, we obviously couldn't really do that, but
Well, we'll need to start like a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe or something.
to do some weird makeovers. to
Yeah,
people's houses.
weird makeovers.
I like the idea of doing like an extensive like personality test of the people whose house it is to get like really dial in on what they like and then completely ignore
And do
it.
the
The
opposite?
run
Yeah.
in the opposite direction. Absolutely.
One flaw I see is you would have to find people that had no idea what your show was about in order to get them to.
Right. Well, you could
Be on
you
board
could do
with
one
this.
season pretty easily, right? You
Yeah.
record
For sure.
it before it goes
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
But I mean, you could even say we're bringing back While You Were Out because that I don't think it's on anymore. So you
Okay.
could, you know,
I never watched that, so I don't know too much about it. But yeah,
I
well,
think it's just
a show
home
where people
makeovers.
leave and then they come back
Right.
and surprise their house has faux fur
right.
glued to the walls.
Can we actually just do that in our house though?
No,
Because that'd be kind of cool.
no, no,
I'm actually kind of into that idea.
no,
As
absolutely
long
not.
as it's like bright pink or green or something.
Oh well, now
purple.
I'm on board.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
No.
Also, a like similar idea is you get spouses who have completely different ideas of what their house should look like. And you convince each of them that you're doing what they want, and then they come back to a surprise. I
So
don't
in
know.
our case, I feel like we'd come back and it would be decorated like 80s farmhouse style or something.
Oh no. I think I like better than doing the opposite of what they like is just always doing it really weird,
Yeah.
random stuff.
Super weird.
Yeah, but that's because you would enjoy that.
Well, yeah, it's our show. I want to enjoy doing it.
Yeah, but that's because you want that aesthetic.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to rein you in all the time.
Apparently, I also want that aesthetic because someone referred to my Twin Peaks bathroom as the Vegas bathroom in a comment on Facebook.
Which one's the Twin Peaks bathroom?
One with the red walls and the black and white.
Oh, that's a cool bathroom.
Bathroom is amazing.
Yeah, that's
It
a
is
cool
a
bathroom.
super cool bathroom, but apparently it's the Vegas
I guess
bathroom.
I haven't been to Vegas
No.
recently.
I
so
don't-
There's
There's
for
no
one thing,
gold fixture.
there's
Right.
not enough mirrors for one thing.
Yeah.
No.
No ashtrays.
No ashtrays, no gold fixtures, no big gaudy statues. Yeah.
We looked at a place when we were looking for a
Oh,
house
yeah.
that was very Vegas.
It was actually literally gaudy statues all over the place. There were 3 hot tubs in the apartment or in the condo or whatever.
Okay.
Mirrors
Not
everywhere.
gonna lie, I could get behind that.
Well,
Mirrors everywhere.
the biggest problem from my point of view at least, and I think Ginger's probably too, although I think she had a lot more problems with it, was that it smelled like cigarettes the entire time.
They clearly
Smelled
smoked
real
in there
bad.
all the time.
But when I say 3 hot dogs,
permeated.
3 hot tubs, there was
it would be so much weirder if you went to look at a house and there were 3 hot dogs.
Three
Just,
hot
random
dog,
hot
3 hot dog
dogs.
shaped hot tubs.
so there were 3 hot tubs. I don't know if there were any hot dogs, but there were 3 hot tubs. There was one in a bathroom, one in another bathroom, and then one just in the hall.
In the hall.
Just
Yeah.
kind of in the hall, like no doors around it or anything. Like you walk, I think it was actually kind of between the other 2 bathrooms or something.
Yeah, the other thing. No, there was another thing too, though, is it was up 3 flights of stairs.
The cool thing about the apartment is it had a belvedere, so it had a second floor that was round with windows all around it, and it had an actual bar and a TV and tables. You could have a restaurant in there, a small restaurant, but
Yeah. But
it
not
was-
what we were looking for.
it wasn't really what we were looking for, but it was cool.
Yeah.
All
I mean,
right, well-
you liked it better than I did for sure. But I was before we even went inside, I was like, I am not carrying our baby up 3 flights of stairs every day.
No.
There's also in the kitchen, or the pantry in the kitchen, was a vault door. It had a spinny.
Okay, that was pretty
thing,
cool. It
and
was an old safe.
It was 10
yeah,
feet
that's
deep or
neat.
something. It was cool. Yeah,
Panic room.
it was a
yeah.
real weird place.
But they did some other very weird things.
there were
to that
golden
place.
unicorn statues and stuff.
Well, it definitely sounds weirder than my house. So
Yeah.
thank you. for
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
But you
weird
have-
in
and it smelled much worse.
weird in a tacky way.
Yeah.
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 Well, you have inspired me. I have another podcast idea.
Okay.
Terrible businesses to run out of your home. So in this case, you could
Okay.
be running a restaurant on that 3rd floor. Everybody has to walk all the way through your house to get to the restaurant.
Past all the people hanging out in the hot tub.
Yeah. The hallway hot tub.
Can they pay extra to come use the hot? Can we charge them to use the hot tub?
Maybe.
Is that
Yeah, sure. I mean, and that's where they could queue up for the restaurant.
While
It'll
you're,
be
while
like
you're
a-
waiting for your table, you
It'll
can,
be like a speakeasy that's really hard to get to.
yeah.
Yeah.
And really awkward. Ginger's just nursing in the living room. Everybody's just coming through, heading up to the
They're
hot
like,
tub.
I'm not sure this is the right place. No, head on back.
No, you're where you want to be. Okay, what are some other businesses that would be really bad to run out of your house? Or maybe a dangerous exotic animals salesman.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was going to say something with birds, like an aviary or
Yeah.
something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was thinking crocodiles and stuff. Tigers.
Yeah. In an apartment up 3 flights of
yeah.
stairs.
I feel like that's just a bad idea, just in general, though.
So is the.
True.
I mean, no, I've definitely never heard any stories of that turning out badly.
You haven't? No.
Yeah.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I haven't either.
It's fine. Yeah.
It always works out.
Seems fine.
So is the premise that these businesses are also all run out of an apartment that's up 3 flights of stairs? Because I think they should be.
Yeah.
All right.
Or it could be on even high, the 4th floor. We were on the 4th floor and
5th floor walk up in New York City.
Yeah,
Why not?
In Harlem,
And
we lived
then-
on the 4th or 5th floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get up 5 flights of stairs to discover
Crocodiles.
crocodiles. Sure.
Just the apartment is just chock-a-block full to the brim with crocodiles.
And tons of cats. And sometimes they go missing, and who knows why.
Wait.
Do we keep
Are
the
we
crocodiles in the hot tubs?
Okay, so the apartment also has all the hot
Yeah,
tubs.
no, so I think it's
all
terrible
this-
businesses to run out of specifically this
that
apartment.
Okay.
All right. This one has some legs, I think.
Okay, yeah, we could
And crocodile legs.
crocodile a lot of legs.
Yeah.
If it's that one.
Do you have any ideas?
I do. So one inspired by a conversation we had last night when we were playing board games is a podcast where we make up new board games.
All right.
Okay.
Because we were playing Ticket to Ride, and I said there should be a board game called Chicken to Ride.
Yeah.
And
We
then
have
we
to-
all started singing it.
Yeah, you have to get different colored chickens to get between different chicken paths or something. I
Yeah.
don't know. But
Is
yeah,
the goal to cross the road?
oh, that would make sense.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe it's like the more times you cross roads, you get more points or something.
Okay. All right.
So that's one possible thing. I'm sure we could come up with other board game ideas, stupid board games.
But yeah, that
probably.
one does already have a jingle built in
Yeah.
for the commercials.
Yeah, it might be hard to get the rights to
run
the
into some
Beatles
copyright
song.
issues.
I mean,
They're pretty notoriously stingy about that, but that's fine.
But that was in a commercial, so like maybe if we're singing it just off key, it's fine. Maybe it's changed enough.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's a
you
little
can't
bit.
be protected by parody rights because it wouldn't be.
That's true. Well, so the thing about parody rights is that for it to technically be a parody, you need to actually be parodizing something and not just saying different words to the same thing.
Okay.
Like a lot of
We're
Weird Al's-
referencing the commercial though.
What commercial?
That was a commercial. It was a
Chicken
little
to
girl in a car. I don't remember what it was a commercial for, but it was a little girl in the car singing, "She's got a chicken to ride and it's in my hair."
Wait,
I
a
don't-
little girl already had this idea?
Well,
The chicken to ride thing?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it was her idea. I think she was just in the commercial.
I don't know about this commercial. I
I don't either.
remember
I thought this was like,
there was
Oh
a
my God, I swear I'm not making
there
this
was a
up.
video on rathergood.com which had a lot of silly things like this. They were like really crappy flash videos from like 2002 or something. And it was like, she's got a chicken to ride, my baby donkey, right? Like, my baby donkey.
I can't find it, but I swear I didn't make it up.
Mandela effect.
No, because I saw somebody was asking about it, but then I couldn't find that part of the thread.
That's residue, man. If it's not clear,
a podcast about the Mandela
yeah,
effect.
maybe we make up new Mandela effects.
Yeah.
I am quite disdainful of the Mandela effect, if that's not clear from my tone.
No, he's lying. He's a big believer in it.
Nelson Mandela
thinking
died
that
in
you
1999.
thinking that you aren't into the Mandela effect is the Mandela effect.
That doesn't even make sense.
no, it really doesn't.
You're remembering
Unless-
incorrectly because
unless-
I remember you being really into the Mandela
okay,
effect,
I
and
see.
so does everyone else in the
Sure,
world.
sure. Or a lot of people who were from that different dimension or whatever.
Right,
too.
right.
Anyway, so Chicken to Ride commercial aside, I don't think we have to particularly stick to.
Someone get in the comments and tell me what that commercial was
Yeah.
because I know I didn't make it up.
Yeah, you probably did, but it's fine.
I really didn't. Why would I sing it's in my hair? Why would I
don't
just
know.
make that up?
I would make that up.
I mean, this
I
is
make
a
up dumb
chat.
stuff
This is
that
like a
all the time.
memory from when I was a kid.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, it's that old. We're
Yeah,
going back
it's
that
it's
far.
old.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, the games, the back to the made up board games, they don't all have to be chicken based.
But
Oh,
what if they were?
what if they were?
What
though?
if they were? We only make up games about chicken.
I
We
mean, it would be
are there-
better.
okay, what are some other popular games that we could have a chicken version of?
Clue, chicken clue.
Chicken Clue. Would it be like a chicken was murdered or a chicken is like the suspect?
Chicken was murdered. Who beheaded this chicken?
What if the chickens are the killers, though?
Well, the chicken.
Because I was going to say, because you could have Colonel Sanders in the
Well,
study
they
or
would also
whatever,
be the
right?
victims, right? Because we don't have like we don't have
Right.
like
That's true.
different
Yeah.
victims in Clue, right?
Well,
They're-
no,
all
it's
humans.
Mr. Body.
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
the
okay.
Body.
Mr. Chicken Body.
Yeah, but what about Mrs. Peacock? Is she going to be a chicken or a peacock?
Oh, could they
Mrs.
just
Peacock
be bird
is
based?
funny to begin with because
Could we
peacocks
come
are
up with-
specifically male.
Could we come up with bird versions of all of the classic Clue characters?
Sure.
Mrs. Peacock, we wouldn't have to mess with.
So Colonel Yellow Warbler or whatever, or something like Colonel Mustard is something yellow.
yeah.
don't
Colonel
know.
Canary.
Colonel Canary. Colonel Canary's good.
Yeah.
What are the other Clue characters? Should I look it up?
Madeline Kahn is in it.
I was always the red
Madeline-
Miss Scarlet.
Miss
Madeline
Scarlet,
Kahn, but a
yes.
chicken.
So Miss Scarlet Macaw.
Okay, sure.
We've got Professor Plum, Mrs. White, Mr. Green, Mrs. Peacock, Professor Plum, Miss Scarlet, and Colonel Mustard.
Listen, maybe this wasn't the right game to go with. Maybe this one doesn't lend itself well to chickens. Just the first thing I thought of.
Mrs. White could be a dove.
Oh, yeah.
Mrs. White could be a dove. Yeah, so I
Mr.
I
Green
noticed
would
that
obviously be a
the
parrot.
ones that we couldn't remember were the absolute most boring. Mrs. White, Mr. Green.
What about Professor Plum? What's a good purple bird?
What is even any purple bird?
Frankly, I don't think there are any purple.
Oh, what
birds.
if it was Professor Plumage?
Okay, that's
all
pretty
right.
good. Professor Plumage is pretty good.
So he's going to have to be like the prettiest, most fabulous, probably gay.
Yeah. He's like one
Mrs.
of those dancing birds from the Earth documentary.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like there was a lot of different ones, but yeah.
The one where the tails look like eyes.
Okay. Mrs. Peacock could just be Mrs. Peahen because that's like the actual female version of that bird,
Okay.
right?
Nobody asked for your dorky bird facts, Miles.
I feel like that's exactly what we're doing right now.
I regret my decision.
All right. So clue, but with chickens
Or other birds.
and other birds.
Is it my turn to give a stupid idea?
Well,
Yes.
okay, we can come back to this chicken board game idea
Yeah.
if we want to, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have a stupid idea or
Yes.
even any other kind
I
of
don't think
idea?
we're going to talk about it for very long.
All right.
So it's an 80s radio show,
Okay.
except it's just us singing 80s songs. So it's just us doing karaoke.
Nobody's tuning into that
Yeah.
program.
No, that wasn't the goal.
Okay. All right.
If that's the goal, we're doing a lot of things wrong.
I mean, I would gladly just sing 80s songs with you like all day
Yeah.
long, every day.
With
That's
me?
Cool. With you.
With me?
With both of you. Yeah.
I feel like I
mean,
might
that
be
would
the
be
reason
fun.
people wouldn't listen to this.
No, we would all be bad. Don't worry.
I mean, yeah, we're not like producing it and making it sound good, right? We're
It
just
might be hard to
going
get
raw.
rights. It might
Well,
be hard to get
that's what I
rights
was
for
going to
this
say.
one.
Like to get into the like boring copyright issues that I was also thinking about with our Chicken to Ride situation. Like you can do covers without permission, but if you broadcast them, I think that is an issue.
Yeah.
So
Well, does it?
Yeah.
Is it a tree falls in the forest situation though? We have broadcast it, but absolutely nobody tuned in. For
Yeah,
it.
because the idea of a broadcast is that it's broad.
Right.
So arguably, we're not broadcasting.
We're narrowcasting.
we're very narrowcasting.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the problem is like if we ever did well, it would suck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I guess maybe that's fine.
it would suck anyway, let's be honest.
Well, okay. Suck more for us, I guess.
All right.
Christine, did you have any more ideas?
I had an idea that I came up with a while back, but I think I found out someone actually does this. I sent this one to you a while back, and that's where you take old advice columns from like the 50s and you give new updated advice
Okay.
to those columns.
I actually wait, no, this isn't gonna work. This is a good idea.
Right.
This is a listenable idea.
Sorry, my apologies. I'm on the
No,
wrong
no.
podcast.
No, I do like that though.
It's going to be pretty interesting.
I was actually inspired because I recently listened to or read a Dear Abby column where, like, recently someone was given the absolute worst advice. And I can't remember specifically what it was, but I just like rage quit Dear Abby. I'm like, I'm never reading this column again.
Was there a point where you respected Dear Abby?
Probably not.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was good to pass the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I wish I could even remember what it was. I shouldn't have brought it up because I can't, but I was so angry at the advice that was given. It's probably the first and only time I've ever written into an advice column, and it was just to tell them how terrible the advice was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You wrote a strongly worded letter.
I
Do they, I assume they don't generally respond to things
No,
like
I
that.
never received a
Yeah,
response.
Yeah.
Although I also never received any responses to the hundreds of strongly worded letters that a friend and I wrote in to try to save news radio back in the day when it was on television. I don't think it was actually ever at risk of cancellation, but we liked it so much that we were worried it would be canceled.
Preemptively.
Oh, so I didn't think that I could adore you more, but that is wonderful. Oh, that's really great.
We actually wrote up a bunch of postcards and we had random people sign them. Like we'd literally go up to people on the street and say, would you please sign this postcard? We'd send it into NBC or whatever.
Oh, beautiful. That's beautiful.
Let's see. Another idea I have is called Board of the Rings, and it's
Ooh.
getting Ginger into Lord of the Rings stuff. because she's not into it.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be a tough hill to climb.
Well, actually, it wouldn't necessarily matter if she was into it. It would just be the idea would be we'd start with like The Hobbit. We'd go through the Lord of the Rings. We'd read the fucking Silmarillion and all the wild
know what
shit.
that is.
Yeah.
I'm not into Lord of the Rings. I'm just not into Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but like if I ever make Lord of the Rings references, you'd pretty much never get them.
No,
right?
I mean unless you're referencing Gollum or Spiegel,
Yeah.
because that's the best part of Lord of the
I mean,
Rings.
you'll get a like my precious or whatever, but like
I mean, I just wanted the whole movie to be Gollum and Smeagol arguing because that was my favorite.
Are you into Lord of the Rings stuff at all, Christine?
Not really. You know, I was super into The Hobbit when I was little, but I mean, I don't think I've watched any of the movies.
Oh, the Hobbit movies or any of the Lord of the Rings?
The recent Lord of the Rings franchise.
Right. Oh, but that's a good point, though. We could also watch all the old, really weird movies, like the Ralph Bakshi movies.
I've seen those and I don't want to watch them
They're not
again.
good. No, they're bad.
They're terrible.
Or they're not necessarily bad, but the animation is really weird and dated. And
Yeah, I had an ex that made me watch those, and I didn't enjoy it then, and I know I won't enjoy it anymore now.
Well, the point isn't to enjoy it. The point is to make content about it.
Well, it sounds like the point is to re-traumatize Ginger.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
I mean, so here's the thing. I have very little time to watch TV. So I'm going to be very selective.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. It's for the podcast.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And we would read the books or listen to audio or something. I maintain that, I mean...
They're all so long.
No, well...
And there's so much walking.
The Hobbit is actually really easy to read. It's quick, and like there's even parts in The Hobbit where the narrator's like, and then some boring stuff happened. We'll skip ahead. You don't need.
I've read The Hobbit.
Hold on. New exercise program. You watch all of the Lord of the Rings movies and you have to walk every time they're walking.
So it's like a drinking game, but an exercising game.
You know, there actually is like a walking app that you can get where like you can do Lord of the Rings stuff where it's like estimating how long it takes to walk to these different places. And so like your achievements are different Lord of the Rings locations.
All right. Well,
interesting.
Then my idea is not very original.
So then
but it's a fun idea. People do it.
With this app, you can simply walk into Mordor.
I guess so. Okay. Counter idea.
Okay.
I'm just gonna troll Christine.
Okay.
A podcast where we try to get Christine into Game of Thrones.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Can I curse on this program?
Yeah.
It's
Great.
too late. You already did.
And then you can share in the disappointment that all of us felt in the last season.
Well, actually, I already shared in that disappointment because I was so disappointed that I could not escape the fact that everybody was disappointed by it.
it was rage-worthy though.
Yeah, honestly, I enjoyed that show the first like 6 or 7 seasons or whatever, maybe 6, and the 7th was whatever, and then the 8th season I think was the last one, and that last season was so bad that it made me retroactively not enjoy the rest of the series.
It was
That also, by the way, is the same reaction I think every Lost fan ever had. Another show I never watched, but know exactly how it ended and why I should never try to watch it.
I
still enjoyed Lost, even though the ending was kind of whatever.
That ending was like not nearly as bad as Game of Thrones.
No. It was just like it didn't really reach what you had hoped it was.
There were a lot of threads that didn't get tied up.
Yeah, whereas Game of Thrones was like actively ruined everything before it.
Yeah.
Okay, so new podcast idea. We just talk about the terrible endings to shows and movies.
Okay, yeah.
We basically spoil them.
Yeah,
because
it's like a spoilers, but who cares?
But it's like a warning, don't watch these programs because the ending's so bad.
What's another one that you think
How
is
I Met
really
Your
bad?
Mother.
Oh, yeah.
How I Met Your Mother, the ending, like,
that was pretty awful.
undoes the entire, like, character arc of the main character and stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that one was pretty bad.
That one, though, at least you can kind of just not worry about the ending, and because it's just sitcom, right? You can just enjoy the sitcom episodes.
Yeah.
The arc isn't sort of that important, I guess.
Yeah.
Or at least not the focus like it is for something like Game of Thrones.
I would say Seinfeld was pretty disappointing.
The Seinfeld ending was kind of bad.
I'm probably an island on this one, but I disagree. I thought it was the exact ending they deserved. They were all terrible people.
Yeah, it made sense, and I get why they did it. It just wasn't very fun to watch, I felt like.
I really
I
did
found it
enjoy
fun.
the courtroom scenes. Like, I thought those were hilarious, but I don't know.
just thought it was, I liked the way it turned it all around and was like, yeah, you've been laughing at this for years and years and years, but actually, hey, check it out. These people are terrible.
Right.
Like, they're really terrible.
But like that's what we've been laughing at the whole time, I
Yeah.
feel like. So
Yeah.
I didn't feel like it was that big of a twist
Yeah,
or
I
something.
mean,
So how would you
I-
have ended it?
Well, the Bob Newhart ending. He was supposed to wake up in bed with Bob Newhart, and I think they did that.
I don't know
like
about
Yeah, I
in
don't know
a
about this either.
they did that in a
Curb Your
something.
Enthusiasm.
something. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. But that's what I and everybody expected was going to happen.
Well, I didn't because I didn't know about this.
Well, were you a Seinfeld fan?
I was a casual watcher.
Yeah. I mean, I watched the ending when it came out
I
or
mostly
whatever.
watched it with my dad because my dad was really into it.
Okay. Anyway, that didn't happen. Would have been better. Although then we wouldn't have had the courtroom scenes. I don't know.
Yeah.
I liked the courtroom scenes, hated the ending.
Yeah.
And
So this could be just a thing where we talk about the endings of shows in general, and some of them
Yeah.
are bad and some of them are good. Like The Good Place has a really
The
good
Good Place has
ending,
an amazing
right?
ending.
Yeah.
Although The Good Place was like Good Place is a kind of different show than a lot of these because it was more like a novel in its structure. There's no filler episodes.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
all like contributing to the plot and stuff.
I did see a post from somebody the other day in one of the in the Good Place shirt posting group where somebody said that they hated the ending, that they thought the door thing was stupid. And I was like, well, you missed the point then.
Do you even have a soul? Like, what do you mean? It was like so moving. and
It's a
stuff,
whole
like-
metaphor, right, for death, right? It's the whole
Right.
like it just comes back to the like humans are just a little bit sad all the time.
Right.
little bit.
At best.
At best. On a good day. On a good day. Anyway, should we pick an idea to delve deeper into?
Sure. Yeah, we're about halfway through, so we probably could pick an idea.
What have we got so far? We've got a home improvement show where fur on the walls and
Right.
things that
Weird
are awful. Weird shit.
We've got bad businesses to run out of your third-story apartment that has 3 hot tubs in it.
We've got chicken/bird based board games.
Right. Or
Yeah.
or just bird game or
Bird games.
Board games in general. I guess if we do that one, it should be called bird
It
games.
should be called bird games.
Yeah. We've got this Board of the Rings thing. We've got this endings thing,
And we've got an 80s.
80s thing,
Well, I don't think that one really needs
80s
any further
karaoke,
discussion.
I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then of course the updated advice.
Updated advice.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
All right.
What are we feeling? I'm liking bird games.
What are you? I think we should let our guest pick.
Well, we should certainly hear her opinion.
Well, I can't pick one of my own. On
You can
your
pick one of your
program.
own.
Yeah, of course you can.
Of course you can. I pick one. I pick my own all the time.
No, I'm gonna have to go with bird games.
Bird
I'm gonna be
games?
diplomatic here. Definitely bird games.
Bird games. It's okay if you want to do a different one.
No, let's do bird
Okay.
games.
Well, all right then. So we talked about Chicken Clue.
Oh wait, so I don't get a vote?
Oh, sorry. Well, if you do get
You've
a vote,
already
you're
been
already been
outvoted.
outvoted. But what is your vote?
Well, I guess
It's not really a vote. It's like a
I guess it's
conversation.
bird games because this
No,
isn't
no,
a
no.
democracy.
No. What did you have a different one you wanted to do?
Or I guess it would still be a democracy.
Yeah.
More democratic than our voting system. I feel like was there one that we're missing? I feel like there's one we're missing.
When we listen back to the finished podcast, we'll find it. But I feel like if it wasn't good enough for you to remember in like the last 15 minutes, then probably it was
No,
not very good.
I mean, I do like the home improvement one.
Yeah. While you were out, shit got weird edition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would we talk about with that though?
Weird things we could do to a house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
well, like I said, that one's going to be like radio play style, right? So you're going to we're going to meet the homeowners. We're going to talk about like their interests, what they're into. Then we're going to send them off. We're going to hear them like walk out the door. The door's going to close, creaky hinges and all. and then the team is going to say, okay, guys, so here's what we're going to do for Bob and Lois.
We could always do like slightly enraging stuff like doors opening in the most awkward way. like the fridge opens the wrong direction and
right.
bumps into the cabinets.
I've watched a lot of home improvement shows, and While You Were Out was probably my favorite because of the times people would come back and you could tell
That they
hated it. And they had to pretend that they loved it. And you could see them just thinking, oh, fuck, it's going to take me a year to undo all of this.
Yeah, so I guess they must have them sign something that says, like, if you don't like it, tough.
Yeah.
Right? Because
You still have to act like you do.
Well, you have to not sue us or make us fix it for you or something, right? Like, because if when people come home and see that their, their house has been turned into a large chicken with paper mache all over it or something, like,
Oh, we're going to renovate the outside too.
I mean, that's just an idea that came to me. But like when they come and see whatever weird shit we've done, they're going to
Hot
be
tub
like,
in the hallway.
they're going to be like, okay, but you need to undo this and not make me spend my money to undo this horrible shit you did.
It would be fun. I mean, it would be like the reactions that you would hope that you would see on While You Were Out, right? Where they actually
Right.
we actually get to see them get
where they
enraged.
got to be honest. Yeah.
We won't undo any of it. We'll definitely make sure that's in the contract.
Yeah.
But they can react as much as they want.
Well, yeah, for sure. That's the part of the fun of the show.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
What are
And
some
also,
other-
I think they should be nominated by a friend or family member.
They get like a sob story. At
Do you have a family member that you just hate?
And then when they come back, you could have that friend or family member there and then be like, all right, George, let's see what we did for your friends, Bob and Lois.
Right.
Let's say Bob and Lois have an in-ground pool. We take it out and put it in an above-ground pool.
Or we don't take it out and we put an above ground pool inside that pool.
No, that's too easy to fix.
Well, okay.
Yeah, that would be too easy to fix. We remove the in-ground pool.
Well, could we just turn it into a skate park?
Ooh,
half pipe or something.
Yeah.
And please remember that Bob and Lois are 80-year-old retirees.
Right. And their house is like run down, right? Like it's like the people are like in a sort of sad position to begin with.
So
that's why someone's nominated them, right?
Oh, no, I want to do it. Yeah, I don't know. That feels mean.
Like, yeah, that's
The
true.
whole idea was mean, Ginger.
Yeah,
the whole
but
idea was
I don't
mean.
want to hurt people that are in financially hard times with their
But
house
who
already.
else would this show be for, right? Like who else gets their house renovated by a TV show or whatever?
Like people that are like, well off, but not like they don't
People
have
who
like
just want attention. Narcissists.
yeah, they don't have like tens of thousands of dollars to just throw around,
Right.
but they're not like poor, like
Yeah.
the
No,
class.
I mean, I
the
get
people that would go down
right.
to like
I get the-
Washington D.C.
I get the distaste
and
for
try to
doing-
like raid the Capitol.
I get
Those
the
kind of
distaste
people.
for mean people who are poor or being mean to people who are
Yeah.
poor.
Yeah.
But yeah, those people, yeah, whatever.
People who are like super poor probably don't own a house to renovate,
That's
though.
true.
So there's that. You're not scraping the bottom of the barrel on.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah.
Maybe we don't do it to 80-year-old retirees, I guess.
Well,
All right.
I mean, but what if they're like 80-year-old retirees that are like Trump supporters that went down to the
All right,
Capitol
you've
to
won
try
me
and
over
like.
again. Yeah.
Yeah. So see, sometimes
gonna-
it's
So they've
okay.
got some disposable income.
We're gonna screen the applicants based on if we think they're bad people.
Well, again, remember they're being nominated by a family member. So
yeah.
Right, but we're not gonna take everybody who ever gets nominated, right?
No.
Like,
no,
do you think are the
I mean,
family members
they need to
in
be
on it?
people that our audience is going to hate, right?
for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
All right. So what else could we do to Bob and Lois, avid Trump supporters?
I feel like
I feel like I need to interject here and say that our former next door neighbors were named Bob and Lois, and they are a retired couple. I'm not actually speaking of that Bob and Lois. Their
Different
names
Bob
were
and
just
Just the names you
the
came up with.
first that
Okay, we
came
can
to
come
mind.
up with different
My
names.
apologies, Bob and Lois. I know that you don't deserve any of
I'm
this.
sure they're big listeners to our podcast.
Yeah. What are some Trump supporter names? What are some Trumpy names?
Let's not focus on this aspect of it because it's kind of a bummer regardless, I think.
Okay.
So
Anyway, I think the
Jim-
important thing is actually just to get people who will have the big reactions. I think we need to make sure they're not polite people who are going to feel obligated to pretend they like it. It's got to be people who are prone to rage.
Although I think it could be good if there are people who would feel like they need to be polite, but they're really bad at hiding it.
Oh,
Yeah.
That could be good too.
yeah.
Yeah, they're like pulling faces the entire time. No, yeah.
But
I
you can't
love
see the
it.
faces. This is a podcast.
Right. True.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I think
That is a problem with this. It would work much better as a TV show. Obviously.
Yeah, that's why I said it had to be like radio play style. We gotta.
Okay, so let's focus some more on some of the things we would do to people's house, though. I like the skate park thing. We could also throw in a trampoline.
Definitely.
Especially-
But who doesn't love a trampoline?
Not 80-year-olds, probably.
Probably.
Well, what if the trampoline is in the living room?
What
Hot
if
tub in the hallway,
what if we pull
trampoline
out,
in the living
pull
room.
out the floor and replace it with a trampoline?
Oh,
So everywhere
yes.
you walk is like trampoline.
Yeah. I mean, you get your exercise without even trying.
Now,
It'd be really hard to like clean, but
That's true.
so now we are actively trying to injure old people.
That's right. I feel like we aren't clear on what our goal is. Is it just to make it weird, or is it to make them mad?
it's to
Right.
get a reaction.
But I
right?
think like if it's
it has to be weird and it has to get a reaction. So both things.
but I do like the stuff that's like more subtly enraging, right?
Like what?
Like, well,
Like taking out the staircase and putting in hanging vines and a fireman's pole.
that's I feel like you and I have a different definition of subtle.
Wait, so you have to climb the vines? To
Like
get
You have to
upstairs?
swing on the vines.
So I'm
to
thinking
get to
like
the upper floors.
Like we move the banister.
and then you can use the fireman's pole to come down.
Sure,
So
sure.
We move the banister.
This is going to be especially bad for the
we
old
move
people.
the banister, so there's no banister on the outside of the stairs, just on the inside of the stairs.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So
Death stairs.
Again, making it
I'm
more
in that
dangerous.
group on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's check it out. if you haven't heard of it.
I have heard of it, and I've seen some of the posts from that group. I don't think
Yeah.
I'm in it, but I do. It does
Yeah.
show up in my feed occasionally
Because who doesn't love some death stairs?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so I just want to say I don't think there's any contract you can sign that would make it so they can't sue us when one of them dies falling off our death stairs or whatever, right? Like I think dangerous.
but it's
might
their
be-
house. We
Okay.
don't have
All right.
liability for their house,
We do because we did it.
but they
Well-
asked us to.
Again, it's I legally I don't think that really holds water.
All right.
Like
Fine. We'll leave the stairs.
I just feel like we're
Could we turn the stairs into an escalator?
Yes. But when they're out of order, they're just stairs again.
Yeah. Sorry for
Right.
the convenience.
Mitch.
yeah.
R.I.P. We replace all the curtains with the most annoying kinds of blinds. It's like vertical blinds.
Okay.
All
Sure.
right. All right.
And
Vertical
they're
blinds,
like
okay.
But if
they're
we
really
do
low
that-
quality ones that are gonna fall down as much as possible.
We have to make sure that we've also given them a cat or two.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's where we built the catio.
But I don't have a cat, Miles.
Now you do.
What if we turned a whole room into a cat room?
for people without a cat?
They don't have a cat. We
Yeah.
got them cats and we turned a whole room into a cat room for them.
Yeah, this is, you know what? This is actually a really good idea. And it could be, in collaboration with a local animal shelter. We are now renovating these people's homes and helping these animals find homes.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a little
I'm
worried
trying
about
not to
the
be too
animals.
realistic about this because that's a terrible idea.
I'd be a little worried about the animals' well-being. There is that.
I feel so when I was thinking about this idea, I was imagining like we put gargoyles all over the place. We
Yep,
paint the
yep.
walls like purple and orange polka dots. Like we do weird decoration stuff, not
Yep.
like we try to make the people who live there unhappy all the time that they live in this house.
I really like the idea of slightly enraging stuff. So, like, we move the toilet so that it's just forward just enough that the bathroom door hits it now.
Where your knees hit the wall every time you sit down.
So, like, we do like hidden stuff. Like, we renovated their bathroom and made it look gorgeous, but we also slightly moved the toilet.
Yeah. Well, what if the whole point of it was we renovated their house? They couldn't tell that anything at all had been done. They come home and it looks exactly the same until they try to use stuff.
The like slightly annoying stuff that you figure out after you have a house. Like
It sounds like this is like a we tank somebody's home value.
I mean, if it's imperceptible stuff, people might not notice when you try to sell your house.
I don't think you can make the door hit the toilet and nobody notices. Like, you're going to notice as soon as you look in the bathroom.
Okay,
right?
they'll notice that one. Yes, fair.
And they're definitely going to notice that the floors are trampolines.
Well, that one was not my
one was
idea.
That was a different idea.
That was
That was just the general weird idea.
We move all the outlets just so that they're like more inconvenient. They're just far enough away to not be convenient.
It could also be funny to like actually renovate their house, put in like pull out the floors, put in new floors, pull out the toilet, put in a new toilet, but then they are literally exactly the same as they were before. We just got new versions of everything. And they're like, wait, did you do anything? When we have like video showing people like pulling out the floor.
But
Putting
it's
a new
new.
carpet.
It's new. You won't have to replace it anytime soon.
That's true.
That's what we.
But I
that's what we'll
hated
tell
that
them.
green shag carpet.
We had to go
Do
through
you
a
know
lot of
how
effort
hard
to
it
find,
was for us to find green shag
Find that
carpet? You
exact
are
same
so
carpet.
ungrateful.
So that would be let's waste a TV show budget.
We could, let's come up with more things. We could like renovate a whole house to like a certain just like era, like a really ugly era. Like everything is 70s.
Yeah.
Right.
Every single thing we do is late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
It's all avocado green. It's orange. It's, just the worst. Everything's got kind of a yellow nicotine stain.
Like it looks like we put a sepia filter on the house.
I do like the early 80s idea too, like early to mid 80s of just doing everything like farmhouse style.
Yeah,
Honestly,
you got that
like
blue goose on everything.
blue geese with little bows on around their necks, little bonnets. The like
corners.
trim that goes up above, like where it's just like a trim of wallpaper.
Oh, God,
And
yes.
it's like country cottages.
Yeah.
And like pastels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peach and
Peach. Yeah,
Oh,
peach
yeah.
and light blue.
Yeah.
Lots of light blue. Lots of like the worst shade of blue.
Or we could do like
Is
the
what I
people,
remember.
the people who like painted our house before we bought it and just make a bunch of stuff brown for no reason. We could paint the hardwood floors.
No, they painted the hardwood floors in one of the rooms of our house purple.
Well, that's kind of cool. I'm actually sort of into
No,
that, maybe.
it wasn't cool, Miles. It wasn't cool.
It didn't.
Depends on the shade of purple.
There's just
maybe,
no
but-
way it would look good on hardwood floors.
And
Yeah.
it chips immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
that's
you're
true.
You
walking
don't
on
paint
it.
floors.
Yeah, it looked terrible.
Yeah. Could we do like some really awful murals on the ceilings?
100%. Why couldn't we?
Yeah. Like,
Well, I'm not an artist.
like-
I guess that would mean they
That would help.
be.
Yeah.
yeah,
terrible.
we could do like,
it'll be all stick figures and that sun in the corner. And
We could do like a stick figure version of like the Sistine Chapel thing.
Yes.
I was thinking that, but like Looney Tunes.
Oh.
I was thinking we just
Okay,
go
so it's
all
like
in on
Bugs
like
reaching to
Looney
Taz
Tunes
or something.
themes. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
some Tom and Jerry.
okay, wait. New podcast idea. Do you remember that old woman who tried to fix that portrait of
Oh,
Jesus?
yes. Yeah. And it looked like a weird monkey
Yeah,
afterwards.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the ways that we can improve other famous portraits of,
Oh.
well, Jesus or anything.
I think we
Okay.
might have to put a pin in this one for
Yeah,
next
sorry.
time.
Yeah.
No, but you know,
David
depending
needs
on
a
how,
bigger dick.
depending on
He needs a big hog.
Yeah. Oh my God.
depending on how quickly your house sells, maybe you'll be here to guest again.
Yeah.
So
What's the name of this podcast, by the way?
The home improvement one?
Yeah.
While you were out, ... shit got weird.
it could just be shit got weird.
Could just be shit got
Shit
weird.
got weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want the swear word in the title. I guess it could be
You could,
Bleep.
do like an asterisk.
asterisk or whatever. Okay. That's
Shit got
fine.
weird.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
I think shit got weird. Yeah. I mean, I would listen to a podcast called Shit Got Weird.
Yeah, true.
I'd be like, what's this about?
I mean, maybe next time we could also talk about all the various podcast ideas, that the title could be Shit Got Weird, because that's a whole other.
No, that's true. That's true. It could be
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you made it weird.
Yeah.
Why'd you make
Yeah.
it weird.
All the times you made it weird.
Actually, that could
Could
just
we
be
have a clown themed room?
a clown
Of course,
room? Of
we
course.
can.
And it should be the
I'm a fan
bathroom.
of Poltergeist, so we're still on the 80s theme.
It should be the bathroom, right? Clown themed bathroom.
I mean, sure, but if it's a bedroom, well, you're going to be up all night. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
What if like?
But then like you have to show your guests to your clown bathroom.
What if we make like a third of the rooms clown themed? Seemingly randomly. Like it's like you've got a theme, but then you didn't follow through on the theme, really. Also, we should probably put mirrors on all the ceilings.
Definitely.
Well, we can't do mirrors and murals.
Yeah, we can. We can just like kind of weave the mirrors into the image.
Okay. What else? What else?
Well, we were supposed to be talking about birds, but
Birds?
No, but we could have a chicken themed room
we could definitely
We could
have
have
a
a
chicken
chicken-
or a
themed
chicken
room.
themed house.
We could just like we put your chicken coop inside. Because
Yeah.
we know it gets cold in the winter, and also we know that like there are foxes around, and
So
If you're cold, they're
Todd
cold.
Todd Fisher and Catherine Hickland, they actually have a chicken room. They bring their chickens inside. So
Are those people real people?
Carrie Fisher's brother and his wife,
okay.
who
on the wall it
is
says
a former soap star.
on the wall of the chicken room it says, "If you're cold, they're cold."
yeah, yeah. hmm
Or it says like live, cluck, love or something.
We install.
I mean, we could have all of. Oh my god,
we
going
install
back
a
to the
chute.
shit
We
shit
install
got
a
weird.
chute to get the eggs down to the kitchen.
Pee Wee Herman style.
Yeah,
You wake up in the morning and it like sets off a Rube Goldberg thing.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I love all of those like stenciled lettering, like really inspirational signs like that.
Right.
You know, live, laugh, love, and home is where the heart is, and all that. But instead, we make them all say super weird shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
But I feel like it's got to be like weird in
live,
a
laugh,
way.
lurk. Is that anything?
yeah, sure. Why not?
I was thinking it should be weird in a way where you could imagine somebody thinking it was good, maybe, but it's obviously not good. I don't know, like we did live, laugh, love, but we made it chicken themed. Live, cluck,
Live,
love.
laugh, cluck.
Yeah, or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Live, laugh, love, corn kernels or whatever. Is that what chickens eat? I don't know.
I think. I
feel
mean,
like
seed.
Seeds, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I guess they
feel like
probably
you
do.
spread corn and chickens eat it or whatever. I don't know. That's not important. But a corn themed house is a good idea. Both
Corn
and the band
and
corn.
the band corn.
And the children of the corn. So you should have
Okay.
creepy children like peering out
So it's
from
a
various
it's a
places.
This calls back to our corn podcast.
yeah.
Yeah.
All day I dream about corn.
Yeah.
But it's like one house and it's like people got the memo that it should be corn themed, but then they thought it was different things.
Yeah.
So like one of the rooms is like even maybe painted with like corn kernels for the wall or like wallpapers corn kernels or something.
What
And then
if
one room is like full of pictures of monkey from corn or whatever.
Yeah, so I like the idea of like doing it. I also like the idea of doing a thing that seems good on the surface.
Yeah.
But like, so we installed a whole home speaker system so you could hear music in every room, but you could only listen to corn.
Yeah, no, I like this new home renovation show idea. I'm sorry, I keep
It's okay.
steering us
It's
in other
okay, we have
directions.
ADD too.
Be careful what you wish for, and you give people exactly what they asked for, but
okay,
it's
so like a
not what they were
genie-
expecting.
Like a
Like
genie,
a monkey
Yeah.
paw kind of
monkey's
thing.
paw
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have an example of something that people might request that would go really wrong?
Well, yeah, I mean, like they request a
whole-
whole home stereo system, but you can only listen to corn,
Right.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
They didn't say what kind of music.
or
or
it could
they
be,
request a new stove, and you just put in those hot pads that people use in college dorms.
right.
Completely remove them.
You remove the existing stove and replace it with those.
I was gonna say for the sound system, it could be like the sound system that was built into a treadmill that we had, where random people
yeah.
could connect to the Bluetooth.
Oh my God, yes.
And I was just like walking on it one day and it just started playing mariachi music for no reason. It was so confusing.
They need their shower retiled, and you do it by smashing teacups, and the whole thing is just tiled with bits and pieces of teacups.
Ouch.
Okay.
Yeah.
That does seem dangerous.
Yeah.
Mosaic style,
Yeah. But like the ugliest mosaic
Yeah.
possible.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it could be the blue geese.
Or that picture of Jesus that got fixed.
Right. Right. Actually, every single tile is that picture of Jesus that got fixed. Their whole shower is nothing but that bad Jesus.
Or that just made me think about some of the bad results you can get from having AI generated images. We could have like, whatever they're religious, and we're like, okay, AI, give us some weird Jesus picture, or give us some pictures of like, I don't know, muscular Jesus or something. And then we put that on the wall, including like the fucked up hands and whatever other stuff that the AI has really messed up. It could be funny. I don't know.
I don't know. I think they'd love it now that I've lived in a small town in rural Maine.
Yeah.
This is a shout out to our apartment in Brooklyn. Like, what if they asked for a walk-in closet and we just turned an entire bedroom into a closet?
Okay.
It's still their bedroom, but it's also a closet.
Right.
All right.
So you're just sleep surrounded by clothes.
Okay. Yeah.
And they're just close enough to the bed to be annoying when you get up.
Right. Like they're hanging over you kind of.
Speaking from
which
experience.
goes back to your previous idea of just having all the shit just be annoying.
Yeah. Yeah. We gave you what you asked for. You wanted a walk-in closet.
Yep. It is just also where you sleep.
Or we just put in regular closets and be like, well, you walk into a closet. That's how you get in there to get your stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Or they're like, we're going to have a baby. We want a woodland themed nursery. And so we do like a creepy woodland, just like the scariest trees possible.
Haunted forest.
Haunted forest.
But walk-in closet, what if we just put a treadmill in every closet?
Yes. Okay.
Exactly what they asked for.
It's a closet you can walk in. It's a walk-in closet.
So we just So we just act like we're aliens that don't know what words
I like
mean.
that. Or you open the closet door and it's covered in pictures of Christopher Walken.
Yes, it's a walk-in closet.
So just deliberately misunderstand everything.
We put all of their requests through like a bad AI.
Yeah.
And have it tell us what we should do.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to make this show.
Yeah.
Can we? We don't have the budget for it.
We need to
Yeah. We'll have to start a Kickstarter.
Hi, billionaires out there. To all of our billionaire listeners, we're looking for funding for our new show, Shit Got Weird, or It's What You Asked For.
I'm pretty sure we've turned off all the billionaires that were listening to this podcast.
Well, we're never going to be able to make this program.
By the number of times we've advocated for their downfall.
That's true. We have mentioned killing billionaires on this podcast a number of times.
Even specific ones, even.
Yeah.
But we don't need billionaires. We could just go to like HGTV or somebody, right?
Yeah.
Pitch it.
Hit us
Right.
up, HGTV.
I know we know you're listening.
Yeah. Why
we
wouldn't
know
they
you're
be?
listening. We know you're looking for your next big idea.
All right. Well, yeah, we're pretty far along here. Should we do our social media stuff?
Yeah, so you can find all of our links to our social media on our website, which is coolpodcast.website. And you can email us at ideas@coolpodcast.website. We are on Instagram and Threads and Twitter at whatshouldpod. I refuse to call it X.
Yeah.
And
Please send us your ideas.
please send us your ideas.
We're also on YouTube. We've been making little shorts, not like the kind you wear. The kind
you watch with your eyeballs.
Yes, or reels or whatever.
So follow our Instagram and our YouTube if you don't want to miss those, which you don't because they're wonderful. That's it. That's all I got.
Welcome to What Should Our Outro Be About? The outro where we try to figure out what this outro that you're listening to right now should be about. I'm still here.
And I'm also still here.
Hey, I'm here too, guys.
So, are you familiar with this part of the show?
I'm sorry. I'm not, like I said, I've never listened to your
right.
podcast.
So this is where we try to come up with an outro.
This is where we have the part where people want to keep listening through your social media part and stuff
Yeah.
to hear what happens in the outro.
Which they do because
Oh.
this is a incredibly compelling segment.
Right, exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
So in the past, we've done things like facts about badgers and me doing a weird cover of I Got You, Babe from Groundhog Day.
What if we sing a chicken-based parody?
Of what?
Anything of our choosing.
I think it should be a listener engaged section. So, like, your listeners have written in a question or a suggestion, and on each outro, you address one of those fan
That's
mail
good, but I don't
items.
think we have any
Yeah, that'd
to
be
answer.
great if we had some listener questions.
You have to fake it till you make it. You just
Yeah, okay.
make up
Well, Chris,
artificial listeners with
you're
questions.
a listener, so you could give a question.
I think canonically she's not a listener. She's said
I
multiple
have
times
said
she's never
multiple
listened to
times
this
I've
show.
never listened to a single episode of this program.
She's lying.
How dare you? How dare you? Okay, so you're saying we say like...
You're going to listen now, so...
Sure.
I mean,
of
you're going to
course.
listen to this episode.
I have
at
to
least.
listen to the bad edit that Miles gives me.
Oh, are you going to take her words out of context?
Well, I wasn't playing. I guess I could if you want me to.
The outro is you editing Christine to be saying something awful.
Okay, that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good idea. I'll have to comb
Like-
through and I'll make you say like...
Like we talked about poor people. You could probably like slice something together that makes it seem like Christine hates poor people.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Poor people can't even afford houses. I think I actually said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. You don't have to work very hard now.
I don't know if that's necessarily that bad. It's fairly true.
Yeah.
And
Sad.
yeah.
Well, I mean, not poor people can't afford houses now either,
Well, true,
right?
true.
Yeah, no, who can?
Yeah.
These interest rates, how are they fixing inflation? I'm sorry, this is not what this podcast is about. Apparently this podcast isn't about
outro-
anything, but it's definitely not about that.
The outro is a rant about inflation.
I don't know that people are
going to
stay
stick around
tuned.
for that.
No. All right, what do you got?
I think I mean it's more work for me, but I think I could edit Christina saying something. I could try to make her say what we had Arnold Schwarzenegger say.
What did
couple
you have
episodes
Arnold
ago.
Schwarzenegger say?
We had an AI Arnold Schwarzenegger say, "Help! My butt got stuck in the door.
Okay.
There's a talking spider in this library.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't get out because my butt got stuck in the door."
Call the spider police.
Yeah, call the spider
Okay.
police.
All right.
Maybe not the whole thing, but something like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going to make Christine sound
I guess so.
silly
I
/
guess
terrible.
we'll see what happens.
That will be right here.
And here you go.
Help my butt got stuck in the door.
Thanks for listening. We're sorry, and we won't do better next time. Bye.
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 What was that podcast about? I'm trying to figure it out. Didn't catch what that was about.